Last week, we told you about the first of several amendments to the Missouri Constitution up for decision on November's general election ballot. Now, KTVO's Jordan Barr covers the remaining amendments and the one proposition to vote on in just under 2 weeks.
Next on our docket is Amendment 6, which consists of levying fees to support salaries of law enforcement. This is unlike the previous two amendments because it was referred by the Missouri State Legislature. The amendment would put a provision in the Constitution to include the levying of fees and costs to support benefits of sheriffs, prosecuting attorneys, and other law enforcement personnel. This would be done by means of reinstating a $3 court fee that helps fund the state's sheriff's retirement system. All county sheriffs are required to enroll in the SRS. The fee was around for a long time until the state Supreme Court found it unconstitutional in 2021. This measure would bring it back. Supporters of Amendment 6, like Republican State Senator Rusty Black of Chillicothe, who sponsored the bill in the Senate, say this would guarantee that sheriffs play a crucial role in the administration of justice and would ensure a robust retirement fund for sheriffs as they approach the end of their careers. Opposers, including libertarian think tank The Reason Foundation, say this funding might create a conflict of interest. They say governments are already legally obligated to fund retirement benefits they've promised public workers. Amendment 7 is the other modification to be proposed by the Missouri legislature. This one focuses on voting rights. If passed, it would essentially enshrine state law into the Constitution by only allowing U.S. citizens aged 18 or older to vote. It would also establish that every voter can only have one vote per issue or open seat, thereby prohibiting what's called ranked choice voting, where voters rank candidates by preference on the ballot. Finally, Amendment 7 would require that the one candidate who receives the most votes in a primary election to move forward to the general election, and the one with the most votes in the general election is made the winner. Supporters, including Lieutenant Governor and current nominee for Governor Mike Kehoe, say the amendment is crucial to secure state elections. Quote, immigrants who lawfully become naturalized citizens have worked very hard to achieve their right to participate in our elections, end quote. He goes on to say the measure respects the efforts of those who understand the gift to be an American citizen. Opposition to the bill calls it misleading and unnecessary. They claim the provision of stopping non-citizens of Missouri from voting is already enshrined in state law, and its real job is hurting Missourians' freedom to decide what type of elections they want in their city or county. Finally, Proposition A, a citizen-initiated statute, would support an increase in the state's minimum wage. Right now, the minimum wage in Missouri is $12.30 per hour, established when voters approved a proposition in 2018. This current proposition would start the new minimum wage at $13.75 per hour and increase that amount by $1.25 each year until it reaches $15 per hour in 2026. It would also provide 1 hour of paid sick leave for every 30 hours worked. Businesses with less than 15 employees would have to provide at least 5 paid sick days per year. Any more than 15, and that number jumps up to 7 sick days. Supporters of the measure, including State Representative and candidate for Governor Crystal Quaid, say the reality is that too many parents have to work multiple minimum wage entry-level jobs to get by because they can't find good high-paying jobs in the state. As a working parent herself, she understands what it means when her child is sick and she has to call in wondering what it means for the security of her job. Opposers, like Lieutenant Governor Kehoe, worry that raising the minimum wage will also raise prices on the most basic products, further hurting those the measure is trying to help. Some small business owners also oppose the proposition, saying it would make it harder for them to make ends meet.
These explanations are as simple as they could be, but it doesn't beat taking the initiative and researching these amendments yourself. Take time to study the ballot language, learn about the support and the opposition, and consider how it will affect you. One great resource to use in your research is Ballotpedia. I use this encyclopedia of American politics as the basis for these explanations. As always, you can also visit the Secretary of State's website at sos.mo.gov. If you learn about the measures, you'll be able to make a more informed decision when you cast your ballot on November 5th. I'm Jordan Barr reporting.